Hey guys, today I'm going to be telling you about one of the coolest places I know of. We're going to be talking about Kings Park Psychiatric Center, Building 93. Kings Park Psychiatric Center, or KPPC for short, was founded in 1885 and operated as a farm colony asylum where mentally ill patients used farm work as a form of therapy. Over time, it grew into one of the biggest hospitals on Long Island. Eventually, in 1996, the hospital finally closed its doors at the behest of the state. I will go over the entire history of the hospital in another video. This video is specifically about Building 93. Building 93 was constructed between 1939 and 1941. It is located at the northern end of Kings Park Boulevard. It housed wards 17 through 38 and was at one point the tallest hospital on Long Island, clocking in at a towering 13 stories. This building was used for housing patients, containing dozens of rooms and dorms for the patients to live in. When the hospital was at its peak in the early 1950s, this building was also used for some of the hospital's more nefarious treatments. Procedures such as cranial lobotomies and electroshock therapies were performed in this building, treatments which have since been deemed ineffective and inhumane. Thankfully, these treatments only lasted until 1955, and drugs such as thorazine took their place as the primary treatment for patients' illnesses. But with the advent of these types of drugs for treating mental illness, the need for these types of hospitals declined, and Building 93 slowly started to close the top floors during the 1970s. And only the bottom 4 floors were still in operation by the early 1990s. Finally, in 1996, the state of New York ordered the closure of Building 93, and all remaining patients were transferred to the nearby Pilgrim Psychiatric Center. But instead of properly closing the building and demolishing the property for redevelopment, the state simply abandoned the building. Taking a look inside reveals that it is almost as if the employees simply got up from their desks and never came back. Furniture, personal items, even patient records were all simply abandoned with the building. Over time, Mother Nature began to take back her land, and the building has succumbed to the elements. Ivy grows on the side of the building, the inside is moldy and rotten, and the metal has all rusted. Around the perimeter of the building, trees and bushes make the base of the building hard to see. Along with Mother Nature, unfortunately came the vandals. Both the interior and exterior of the building are covered with tags and graffiti. Inside, objects have been stolen, destroyed, and even sometimes simply tossed out windows, becoming hazards for people on the ground. For 27 years, this building has stood as an attraction for both local youth and urban explorers from all across the world. However, in 2023, the state of New York published their plan for the property, which includes the demolition of Building 93, which will put an end to this beautiful yet haunting building which has stood in this spot for over 80 years. In the meantime, you are allowed to visit this building just as I have in this video. However, entering the building is strictly forbidden, and you can be arrested for trespassing. Instead, choose to admire the building from a distance and take in the sights while you still can. And that about wraps up the history of this magnificent building. Like I said earlier, I will cover the history of the rest of the hospital in another video. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it in the future, you can subscribe to my channel if you'd like. If you have any thoughts or maybe know a bit of info that I missed, feel free to leave a comment and let me know. If you're a fan of silly, more lighthearted gaming content, go check out my main channel, Temis. You can find a link to it on my homepage. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys next time.